KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Mid-Missouri source for in-depth news, diverse talk, and music of the world. It's more than radio. It's your community radio on the air, 89.5 FM, and streaming on the web at kopn.org. Serving lots of places around Mid-Missouri, Lake Ozark, Lindbergh, Lupus, Sedalia, Shamrock, Hallsville, Harrisburg, Bell, Bonnets Mill, Clark, Jefferson City, New Haven, and Roachport, among other places here. And we love to do it. 89.5 FM, KOPN Columbia. It's Mike, and it is 9 o'clock on Friday morning. That means it's time for Open Mic Radio. So we're going to start things off right now with a new song from John Galbraith and his trio. This is John Galbraith Trio with, I guess this is the first song on the record, called All My Solitude. Be back in just a few minutes. All right, how about that? That's a new one coming from the John Galbraith Trio. It's called All My Solitude. It's Mike. You're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. It's Friday, the 9th of November, 2018. little bit chilly today. Cold, snowy last night, actually. First time it really kind of felt like winter to me, and so far this fall, this winter, I guess. But anyway, a little warmer the rest of the weekend. Highs in the 40s. Not too bad. So get out there and do something fun. All right, enjoy something this weekend. We're at 915 East Broadway this morning for the next couple hours. Swing down and say hi if you're in the neck of the woods. And before we get going with the program here, I would like to say a big thank you to the guys from Blackwater, The Adaptation, and The Sweaters. Great show earlier this week at Rose Music Hall on Wednesday night. They all performed along with Mr. E. Wilson and a band called Spoonfeeder. But we had Blackwater, at least a couple of the guys from Blackwater, and Kyron from The Adaptation, and talked to Ben from The Sweaters last week on Friday. And that was a fun program. I appreciate all the music that these young people are putting out, doing some really cool stuff. Fantastic young musicians here in Columbia, Missouri. A big thank you to the Hickman Academy of Rock and Darkroom Records for putting that thing together on Wednesday as well. Okay, so check out these new local bands. A lot of cool stuff coming from the young folks around town, okay? All right, today's program, I have John Galbraith from the John Galbraith 3, and we're going to talk with John, and he's going to play some songs for us, and we'll also probably talk a little bit about what's going on around town this weekend. But without any further delay, let's say hello to Mr. John. Hi, John.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing, man?
All right. How you doing?
I'm great. I appreciate you coming down this morning.
Yeah, you can talk about the older musicians.
That's right. Yeah, us that I have a hard time even staying up late enough to see the young guys now. I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to, take some Adderall or something. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the first time that I've actually had you on the program. So if you don't mind, I would like to ask a few questions for the people out there who aren't real familiar with you. Where are you from originally? Are you from Missouri originally, John?
Yeah, I was born in Kentucky, but grew up in Mountain View, Missouri, and Poplar Bluff, Missouri, southern and southeast Missouri. Moved up here in late 80s for a couple years, and moved to Austin for 10 years.
Austin.
Came back in 2001 and been here ever since.
Yeah, that's about the time I got here, 2002 or so, and you've been pretty much in the scene the whole time that I've been here. What do you have a musical family? Have you been playing music in all those different places?
I did a lot in Austin, and when I moved up here before, my brother plays. My parents didn't play, but my brother plays at home, or church probably. Yeah, I think he plays at church.
Older brother or younger?
Older, much older. Like 21 years older. Or
wow. And he's a guitar player as well?
He's a guitar player, piano player, yeah.
Huh. All right. When did you start playing?
I was about 13. I goofed around with it when I was a kid, like played chords and stuff, but I didn't know what to do with them. But then I started playing more serious when I was like 13 and stuff.
And just like picked up your brother's guitar or something? Yeah,
he always had one lying around, and we got that one fixed up, and somebody'd give me one, some family friend or something would give me one, and I'd play that around, bang on it.
Awesome. Are you self-taught primarily?
Yeah, I took a few lessons, like intermediate lessons, but they weren't doing anything for me when I was a teen. They weren't teaching me what I wanted to know, so I just, mostly self-taught.
Do you play a lot by ear? Do you have a good ear?
I think so.
Yeah,
I grew up playing in church, so playing a lot of Southern gospel and watching people's hands, so that's where I learned how to play by ear. I would see when they change chords and
just try to mimic what they were.
Until I could hear it myself.
Interesting. Cool. What type of music were you into when you were playing? Tell me a little bit about your influences.
Like when I was a kid or now?
Yeah, when you were a kid. Like what was the first stuff you were jamming to?
Oh, well, when I was a kid, it was like Beatles or just whatever the stuff my other older brother listened to, like classic rock from the 70s, the Zeppelin, Van Halen. I was teenage heavy metal kid in the 80s, so I got to listen to Van Halen.
Right.
And then it was like, it was Metallica, heavy metal, hard rock, heavy metal, up until, start listening to punk rock, and then alt country and 20s or whatever,
right.
And whatever else.
The first time I think that I saw you play around here was primarily a rock and roll band. That was the Gold Bugs.
Yeah.
Was that one of your earlier projects here in Columbia?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, if I didn't play once I moved back up here, I didn't play for like 5 years because my son was little until he got to be about 5, and put that band together with Jason Hederman and Nick Gorham.
Yeah.
And then we played for like 6 years until Jason moved down to New Orleans.
Right.
But he's coming back at the end of the month. We're doing a reunion show at PDM on the 30th.
Oh, cool. With the Goldbugs reunion?
Yeah. It's
incredible.
We did that
a few years back. I know you did one.
Yeah. Where did we have that at? I don't even remember. But yeah, we're doing another one with Big Medicine, Ridge Runners, and Nicky Goldbug's going to sing a few songs he's written too. So.
All right. Well, you and Nick have been playing together for quite some time.
Yeah.
Right. You've got a couple of current projects. The one that we're kind of talking about today is the John Galbraith 3. That's you and Nick and Joey, right?
Yeah, Joey plays drums on there. He was our drummer, and now we have John Thomas playing drums with us.
John Thomas of the former Cabin Sessions?
Yeah, he played Penny Marvel. He's in a band called Patent Clerks 10 years ago or something, 12.
Right. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
When did you guys start playing with John?
Maybe about 3 months ago or so. This is maybe only our 4th or 5th show, maybe.
All right.
Seems like, if that many.
Okay, cool. Well, one of the reasons that we are talking on the air today is because we got a big show tomorrow night. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what's happening tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's our CD release with at Cafe Berlin. We'll be playing with Ray Fitzgerald and St. Noam, two of my favorite local music makers.
Absolutely, me too. So that's tomorrow night, Cafe Berlin. What time do you think it's going to get going?
It says doors are at 8, so okay. Maybe, who knows?
Music
9.
at 9, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that is one to put on your calendar, folks. That's tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin. You got the John Galbraith 3, and then St. Noam and the wonderful Ray Fitzgerald opening for John and his band. Now, St. Noam, I'm not too familiar with. You told me a little bit about him before off the air. Tell us a little bit about St. Noam.
Yeah, it's has David Krasik's songwriter, I believe, and him and Jared Smith plays bass. They played in a band called the Tipper Gores probably 10 years ago.
A while back, yeah.
Yeah, and Barry Hibden plays guitar with them. He was in Ditch Witch and Record Collector and Paradise Vending, and Joe Schaefer plays drums with them now. I think he played in Paradise Vending.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
they're a really good band. Kind of 90s, really cool songs. Really good band.
Straight ahead rock and roll, sort of, or
yeah, kind of a 90s, alt rock kind of thing, but very cool though.
All right, there's my 9:20 or my 9:15 wake up call from the our local trash man. Every Friday he shows up and makes sure that we hear him, John. So I won't ask you to play any songs until we get our friendly neighborhood dumpster guy to head on down the alley there. All right.
It's all part of the song.
Yeah, that's the ambiance here at KOPN Community Radio. Now, so St. Noam and now Ray Fitzgerald, I'm a huge fan of hers, and she has a record. It's a couple years old. It's called Popular Songs for Wholesome Families, and that thing, top to bottom, I mean, every song is just remarkable. But she has sort of a new project as well that's called Rafco.
I heard about that.
Now, I don't know if she'll be performing sort of in that new thing or not, because I know that they're working on some music, but it may not be ready to perform yet.
Yeah, I know. I wish she would. I thought I saw her post that just her and Ian's going to be playing with her tomorrow. So I guess it's going to be and Ian's an amazing musician too.
Yeah, the two of them are fantastic, and I can't wait to hear new stuff from them. So, all right, so fantastic. Tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin, we've got the John Galbraith 3 and St. Noam and Ray Fitzgerald and her partner Ian going to be playing some music for everybody. So doors at 8 o'clock, music probably around 9, and I'd love to visit with you. I'm inviting all my friends down there for sure. It's one that I'm not going to miss, and I hope you all can join us down there as well. All right, John, let's see. What else can I ask you before our trash guy leaves here? You mentioned the Beatles. I hear the Beatles in some of your music. When I was listening to this record, the new record, certainly I could hear a little influence on some of the songs maybe. I was going to ask you another thing. I think I've asked you this privately, but I want to ask you on the air. I grew up in Rockford, Illinois, which is the home of Cheap Trick.
Oh, yeah.
And I think years ago when I first saw you play, and I grew up with those guys, so I know Nielsen and Robin Zander, all those guys, right? And I thought, and I've seen them play many, many times since they were young and since I was a kid. We used to go to this place called the Riverview Ice House, and they couldn't have been more than 15 years old, when we were kids, and we'd go ice skating and watch Cheap Trick kind of cut their teeth. But anyway, I always thought, from the first time that I saw you that your style was similar. Not exactly, certainly, but definitely I could see some Rick Nielsen in you. Are you familiar with him as a guitar player, or is that just luck?
I love Rick Nielsen. I love Cheap Trick, and they're very Beatles influenced. So.
I think so too. Yeah, for sure.
And they're just a great rock band. Still are.
Yeah, I think they got entered in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a year or two ago.
All right.
They've got, it's funny, I go back home to see my mom and dad, and they've got Rick Nielsen Freeway and Robin Zander Parkway. They're like so proud of him. It's like the greatest thing that ever happened to Rockford, Illinois. So anyway, all right, well, cool. I wanted to ask you that because I certainly kind of caught that in my ear many years ago. So, all right, how about maybe you play a song for us, huh? We've got a little bit of quiet now. Looks like my friend is rolling on down the highway here. So we're going to get a piece of live music here from Mr. John Galbraith. And sure appreciate you coming down today, John.
Oh, thanks.
What are you going to play for us?
This one's called Never Gets Easy. It's not on the album, but we'll probably, we'll play it tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's see.
Here we go. John Galbraith on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Drove by a house again last night, dropping off a friend I was giving a ride. Window wide, could see your ride. Never gets easy. It never gets easy. Someone asked if I saw you again. I said no, don't know where you've been. And it's been a while since I've seen you then. It never gets easy. It never gets easy. Never gets easy. Try to sleep, but sleep won't come. I'd like to leave, but I can't run. After all we did, after all we've done, it never gets easy. It never gets easy. Drove by your house again last night.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Beautiful song.
Thanks.
What's that one called?
Never Gets Easy. Mm-hmm.
Never Gets Easy. Well, that's true enough at times, isn't it? All right. You guys, fantastic stuff. You're listening to John Galbraith and live music here this morning on KOPN's Open Mic Radio. Hey, John, there's a song on the record. There are a few of them actually that have some horns. There's one in particular. It's called "In Another Time," and I know you have a son who's also a musician. I think Cole helps out a little bit on that on your new record?
Yeah, he plays on 3 songs. He plays on that one, and he plays on one with some other horns. He plays French horn and trumpet on that one. He plays trumpet on the other 2.
Yeah, the trumpet's real nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I tried to get him to play keys on it, but he's tired of playing piano. He's been taking lessons for 10 years and practicing every morning. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, well, that's a great foundation to have. He'll love that one day when he's got all that piano behind him for sure. So
we got Travis McFarland to play the keys on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the back of your new record here, and by the way, the John Galbraith Trio, the new record that is being released tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin. It's called "Throw It Away," and we heard All My Solitude to start off the program, and John's going to play us some stuff here in the studio in between now and the end of the program. At the end of the show, I'm going to finish with the title track, which is called "Throw It Away." It's an incredible song, great rock and roll song that I really like, but there's a whole bunch of good stuff on this album, and some very interesting guests that appear as well. You got your son Cole on a few tracks. I see Ina Cook helped out on a couple things.
Yeah, she sounds great on it.
She's got a voice, huh?
Yeah, she sings back up on Ain't No Looking Back and kills it.
Yeah, okay, so Ina Cook, as a matter of fact, was here with me a couple months ago, but I think she's playing at the Roachport store maybe next week. Oh. I think I'm going to try to get down there and see her, hopefully. Maybe she's listening. I think she listens in once in a while. So hi to Ina if you're out there, and hi to everybody else out there if you're listening. If you're not listening, then there's no reason to say hi to you, but
hi anyway.
Hi anyway. Maybe you'll hear it through the ether somewhere after the fact here. But at any rate, I appreciate everybody listening this morning, and I sure appreciate Mr. Galbraith coming down and playing some songs for us. So let's see, who else we got on this record? We got Ina Cook helping out on, what was it called? Ain't No Looking Back, yeah. And your son Cole plays some trumpet and some French horn. John, who's playing the piano?
Travis McFarland.
Travis, yeah.
Don't Mind Dying, and he plays. He does a lot of piano stuff all over town, jazz, and plays. I don't know what all he does, but he keeps busy.
He's busy for sure. I don't think he's as busy as you. You're one of the busiest guys out there, I think.
He might be.
And Steve, your partner from 2-Bit Steve, he's another guy who's real busy.
Yeah, they try to make fun of me saying I'm busy. They're busier than I am because he's got Third Switch, he's got 2-Bit Steve, and he's got the Blue Stooges, and so he's got. I got 2 things going on, and one of them involves him.
All right, well, I think we'll actually talk about that other project in a minute, but I want to finish up on this record. So, did you do most of the recording at Will Reeves' place?
Yeah, all of it, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, he's really done some great stuff in the last few years.
Yeah, I love working with him.
All right, and let's see, who else? Jared Smith, playing some trombone as well.
Yeah, he's in St. Nome. He'll be at the show tomorrow night. So.
All right, cool. All right, well,
and Bob Haig plays sax. So.
Bob Haig. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. All right, so that's the new record from the John Galbraith Trio, and it's called "Throw It Away." Will you have copies of the record tomorrow night?
Yeah.
And some merchandise and whatever, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably cash only. I don't have a swiper thing, so.
All right, cash only tomorrow night, Cafe Berlin, if you want a new record from John Galbraith and his band. And just come on down and see him, though. It's going to be a great night of music. You've got Ray Fitzgerald and St. Nome playing as well, and all that gets going around 8 or 9 o'clock. Doors at 8. I guess music probably around 9. Okay, what about songwriting? Do you have a sort of a process, or have you written differently over the years? I mean, do you write a lot, or do you write a little? I seem to feel that you write quite a bit.
Lately, I have. It kind of comes and goes, but I usually try to come up with something most of the time when I pick up a guitar. But lately, I've been writing a lot. We've been working on a new album. I'm going to have the band drums and bass come and put their stuff down in December. So I got 10 songs, the basics down for that. So maybe that'll be out next year sometime.
All right.
And yeah, it depends on the song. Every once in a while I come up with, a melody in my head or lyrics and melody, but usually it's just banging around on guitar until I come up with an idea. That's usually how it works.
Do you co-write with anybody? Have you done anything with other people?
Not much. If I have, it's been like someone asked me. I did some with Anna Solstice once. It's usually if someone asks me if help them with the song, or Amy McGovern if they asked me to help them with a song or something, or else a couple of times I would like have an idea for a song, and I didn't think I'd ever finish it, but I thought it was worth finishing, and I didn't know what to do with it. Or I think I did that with Anna once.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right. So tomorrow night it'll be just the three in your band, and do you know Tony Lotfin, the saxophone player?
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything with Tony?
No, we were talking about it like 10 years ago, about him like arranging some horns and playing some horns on a Goldbug song.
Yeah.
But it never
didn't quite
happened.
materialize. Well, he's going to be here next week, and I talked to him earlier this morning, and I told him that you were coming down, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I love John. I'd love to do something with him one of these days." So
yeah, and I have I use a Jeff Mueller to arrange the horns on two of these songs.
Jeff's great too.
Yeah, we're gonna be missing him.
Boy, they're moving to New York City, it looks like.
Yeah.
And he's taking his lovely wife Ruth with him, and that's gonna throw a wrench into a few bands around town.
Yeah. maybe there'll be a few musicians looking for somewhere else to play or something.
Well, I'll be interested to see what the guys from the Royal Furs decide to do.
Yeah.
Because Mike and I guess they got Noel playing drums now.
Oh yeah, he's a great.
Who's great, and of course Josh Wrong playing the bass. He's another. I mean, they're all really talented guys. So I'm sure they'll come up with something new here at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were Lunar Mansion before that.
Mansion before that. Yeah. Brandon went off to somewhere out west, I guess. So
Portland.
Anyway, was he Oregon? I think.
Is it Portland? Yeah.
Portland, yeah.
I don't know.
I think that makes
Seems
sense.
like it.
Hey, so you have one other project you were talking about, and that's the one that you do with Steve Anziger, correct? Mm-hmm. Him and Joe the drummer, and who else is in Two Bit Steve?
Tim Obershiner on bass,
Tim,
and Katie Jo Neely sings too. And yeah, we opened for Pokey LaFarge last Saturday. That was a really good show.
Oh, fantastic! Pokey and the South City Three from St. Louis.
But then we're kind of on hiatus until the end of December because our drummer's off to play. Joe's off to be Santa Claus in Pennsylvania for the next month or so.
He's the perfect Santa Claus if you've never seen Joe. I mean, he can do it without even putting on really any. I mean, all he needs is the suit.
Yeah.
Because from the neck, I mean, from the foot up, I mean, he looks just like Santa Claus. I mean, he has the body style and everything. So that's great. I'm glad he does that. He's been doing that for years. So. And he's turned out to be a hell of a drummer. Yeah. Joe, he's great. I love seeing you guys play with the Two Bit Steve. I think I saw you play at the Roachport store maybe a month or so ago. That was great. Yeah,
it's really fun. I have a lot of fun playing with him. It was fun before, and now it's Katie Jo even added a little more fun to it.
Yeah, real great vocals, and between you and Steve, you've got some really, really, really great guitar playing going on. So. Ooh. Yes, sir. All right. So no Two Bit Steve, though, for a few months, huh?
Yeah, till December 29th. I think we're playing at Roachport General Store.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, maybe you got time to play another one for me here, huh?
Sure. Can I try an instrumental?
Sure, absolutely. All right, everybody. This is John Galbraith, and you're listening to him here on KOPN 89.5 Open Mic Radio. You can catch John and his band, the John Galbraith 3, tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin. I hope you go, because I'll see you there. All right, John, here you go.
All right. This one's called River Girl Rag.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I had to end that a little quick. I was tripping over myself.
That's still great stuff, though. That's excellent. Is that just a fun piece or something you're recording or recorded? Or
I plan on record it sometime.
All
Maybe
right.
have Joe play on it or something.
Okay, cool. What are you going to be playing tomorrow night? Not a lot of stuff off the new record, or maybe a little, or what?
Yeah, maybe none. We'll see. We've been working on new songs, so we probably, I think we got maybe 6 or 7 new songs to work on, and some stuff from the other, maybe an old Goldbug song and a song from the other JG3 record.
All right. How many records have you guys produced in this particular format as this band?
This is the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one was this is self-titled?
Yeah.
Okay. When was that released?
Last year, I believe. I think it was last spring.
If people are interested in hearing that or finding you or listening to your music, are you available on the internet?
Yeah, there's a John Galbraith Trio band page. There's a John Galbraith music page. You can find us on Bandcamp under John Galbraith. See, it's Reverb Nation. I put a little bit of stuff on SoundCloud, not that often.
Okay.
Usually it's something different.
So just a simple web search, though, and people can find you.
Yeah, and then all this stuff, all the new stuff from the new stuff should be on iTunes, Spotify,
all that.
YouTube, and whatever else.
Okay.
Amazon Music, all those things.
Are you, or have you ever done like a video?
No.
No.
I was just talking to the guys about it the other day, but I know Tim Obersheiner's daughter does a lot of video stuff. We can get her to.
I was thinking, was it Chelsea Myers? That little, what's her name? Tiny Attic.
Oh,
yeah. And she's great, and they do some really cool stuff. They did a great thing with Diana a couple of months ago, actually, as a promotion for our pledge drive, and they just do some really cool stuff. So
I've seen the stuff they did, the Cellar Attic stuff. It's really good.
Oh man,
they did a lot of Hoot and Hollers live stuff at the Blue Note. That's some really cool stuff. Yeah,
Brock Williams does some really good stuff too. The guy from I'm so bad with names, but anyway, Brock's great too. So if you want to make a video, and you need an extra, I'll put on a mask and just jump around like an idiot in the background or something.
I think if we do a video, we might have to put on a mask. This is radio, so you guys don't.
Yeah. I'm much better suited for this. I'm really not good in front of a camera, to be honest. So, well, you played a short one there. I'm gonna make you play another one for us here, though. All right.
Oh, let's see.
You've got a whole list. Your repertoire is probably like 1,000 songs, if I had to guess.
I don't think so. I wouldn't. I think this is another short one, but not as short as the last one. Okay. Got an invitation, but I don't know why. Should I go out or should I stay inside? I got no reason I should stay, and so I'm leaving. Now that I'm here, I wonder why. I'm alone in a crowded room and I'm leaving. I don't see anyone I know. Unfamiliar sounds I hear everywhere I go. I'm alone in a crowded room and I'm leaving. I'm aware this is nowhere I want to be. I'm alone in a crowded room and I'm leaving. I'm aware there's nothing here for me. And I see you there, and you don't care what you're going through. Can I follow you there? 'Cause I got nowhere room and I'm leaving. I'm aware there's nowhere I want to be. I'm alone in a crowded room and I'm leaving. I'm aware there's nothing here for me. I'm alone in a crowded room and I'm leaving. I'm alone in a crowded room and I'm leaving. And I'm leaving.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. I love it. That's John Galbraith. You listen to it live here at KOPN. It's about 9:35 on November the 9th, and you listen to Open Mic Radio. I'm going to play a quick little piece of sponsored material here, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right. And it's Mike. I'm back with you here in the studio today this morning. I've got John Galbraith of the John Galbraith Trio, and really enjoying some live music here this morning. And you can hear John yourself tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin. We've got a album release party. The new record called Throw It All Away, or Throw It Away, is tomorrow night, the release party, and you can go down there and see John and the band, also St. Gnome and Ray Fitzgerald. And you can say hi to me, too, because I'll be down there as well. All right, John, before we get back at it, I'm going to run through a couple of things that are happening around town this weekend, and you're welcome to jump in if you're familiar with any of these people, okay? Because sometimes I talk about these bands that are playing, and I don't even know who the heck some of them are. As opposed to, like, Kevin, like you listen to Kevin Walsh on Wednesday. He knows everything about everybody. It's unbelievable.
Not just Columbia, but
yeah, really
all over the world.
Weren't you on Kevin's show last Wednesday?
Yeah, on Wednesday.
Awesome, yeah. Well, he's fantastic, and I think he had some of the young guys on actually after you.
Yeah, the Adaptation were coming in right after me.
All right, okay, cool. Okay, so tonight at the Blue Note, it looks like rock and roll, a band called Ghastly, and I'm guessing that that's hardcore rock. And Tynan, I know they're sort of an old school rock and roll band, and a band called Cali Rafe. So tonight at the Blue Note, you got some rock and roll going. Tomorrow night, Vertical Desires, an evening of pole performances. I'm sure that Diana Moxon will be talking about this one, if I could guess. So we're going to leave that one to Diana. We're going to slide on over to Rose Music Hall. You got happy hour tonight with a band called The Follow. And they're a three-piece rock and roll band. I think they live here in Columbia now. And that'll be a pretty good show, I think. I don't think I've seen them for a bit. Anyway, The Follow tonight at happy hour at Rose. And then later tonight at Rose, there is a tribute to The Doors. The band is called Mojo Rise, and I'm a huge Doors fan. Did you like the Doors, John?
I liked them when I was younger.
Yeah,
I still like them. I don't listen to them anymore, but I still like them.
Yeah, I haven't put on a Doors record in a long time, but I went through a period where I just couldn't get enough. I mean, I watched all the videos. I thought Morrison was just like a true rock and roll star, you know?
They're like Pink Floyd with me. I listened to them a bunch when I was younger, and I haven't listened to them in forever. So. Yeah,
I sort of feel the same. All right, so anyway, tribute to the Doors tomorrow night. I'm sorry, tonight. That's Friday the 9th. Mojo Rising at Rose. And then tomorrow at Rose, you got Molly Jean, DeGrave, and Skooma. Now, Molly Jean, you're familiar with Molly, right? She's a blues player from
Warrensburg?
Yeah, somewhere southeast. I want to say St. Louis way, maybe. But anyway, she's great. She bills herself as a one-woman band most of the time, and she plays. She's a guitar player, but she also has a drum kit that she plays with her feet, and she can play harmonica, and really talented young woman.
The Farmer drum kit. I heard this one. She's playing with somebody else. It's going to be like more.
Yeah, it's a duo. They're calling it Molly Jean Doom Blues.
Doom Blues. Cool.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting tomorrow night. However, you're going to have to make a decision, because I'm going to be over there at Cafe Berlin for the album release party of the John Galbraith 3. So let's see. What else we've got going on here? It looks like at the Roachport store, the Norm Rubling Band. Are you familiar with them?
I must have seen him once. No, Will West plays with him.
Yeah.
Jeff City from the music store.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Norm Rubling tonight at the Roachport store, and tomorrow the Overdue Bills, and that's good blues music. Those guys have been playing for a long time as well.
Jimmy Stephan in there.
Yeah, and Carol, I forget his name, the guy who plays guitar.
Oh.
Also plays for that band called Timepiece.
I don't know him.
Real good guitar player. Yeah. Anyway, so that's tomorrow night, the Overdue Bills at the Roachport store. And the 16th, a week from tonight, Ina Cook and her band will be playing at the Roachport store. I'm going to try to sneak out for that one. All right. And then, of course, at Cafe Berlin tonight, there is a band. Actually, there's a show, and there's 3 different bands: Pale Tongue, The Golden Fleece, and Cecil. I'm not familiar with any of those 3.
Me either.
All right, and then, of course, tomorrow we've got the John Galbraith Trio album release party with Ray Fitzgerald and St. Gnome, and I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so it is now about 20 minutes before 10 o'clock on November the 9th. John, what do you got planned for the future? You're going to do some more recording, it sounds like, with the Galbraith Trio?
Yeah, I'm with John. With our new drummer, John. And, like I just finished, Wednesday night I just finished putting down the basics for 10 songs. I did 3 more songs Wednesday night. Just got like basic acoustic guitar mostly and vocals, a few little overdubs. Going to work on some more of that next month, and then the drummer and bass player is going to put their stuff down some Saturday next month, and it should be close to being done by the end of the year. But we'll probably add more stuff. Maybe we'll add more horns to it or something too. Right. See whatever overdubs we need to put on it, what other instruments or something, and how much it needs polishing or whatever.
You gonna record that here in town as well?
Yeah, I've been recording it with Will.
Oh, Will. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about other shows other than the show that you have tomorrow night? Do you have anything else coming up?
Let's see. We got got the Go Bug show, the reunion at PDM, the secret PDM.
That's Nate's place, right?
Huh?
That's Nate's place?
Yeah, Nate. Yeah. You have to message somebody to get the address or something.
Sort of an underground sort of place. It's great, though.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. And the JT3's playing in Springfield and Lindbergh's next month, and December 14th. And I don't know if we have anything else booked. I can't remember, but I'll have to work on that. Okay.
All right. Let's talk a little bit before you go about the local scene and just music around Missouri, and let's like your opinions. I always ask people about it because I feel that we're fortunate that we live in an area where there's so much talent, and you've been around it for a long time. So just a few words about what do you think about the local gang and the music scene around here?
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff happening. Like way more bands than like when I lived here in the late 80s. There's probably you could probably count the original bands on one hand, and there was like maybe 1 or 2 places to play, the Blue Note, maybe one other place. But now there's, I guess all that sprouted up in the 90s. Now there's a bunch of bands. I don't get out as much as I should. Every once in a while I'll get out if either I'm busy or lazy, asleep, or I have my son, or whatever. Well, John's a busy guy. He works, and he's a father, and he's also a very busy musician. So you got your plate full for sure. Try to keep busy. I was hoping we'd have Cole come down this morning. Maybe he said no, we'd have to skip him out of school, right? he probably wouldn't mind that. Yeah, he probably wouldn't. The guys last week, the kids from Blackwater and the adaptation, and they were thrilled to be able to skip out of school and come down here and do some radio for a minute. Yeah, that should be like credit or something. I thought so too. I said it's like School of Rock, Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've got 15 minutes. Will you play one more for us before you go? Yeah, let me think what it is. All right, we're going to get one more out of John Galbraith here. It's about 9:45 on November the 9th, Friday, and you can see John and the band tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin, along with Ray Fitzgerald and St. Gnome. And we'll get one more here from John before he takes off. Let's see what he's got for us here. What are you going to play, John? I'm going to play another one if I don't screw this one up. All right. It's called All the Little Things. This is on the record, I think, isn't it? No, it's another new one we've been working on. There's probably another all song in here. Okay. Let's see. All right, John Galbraith, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. All the little things add up to more. Looking back at everything that happened before, it's too much to ignore. It was wrong, now I'm sure. All the good things we did in the past, all forgotten now, 'cause nothing good lasts. We can see eye to eye. Now it's too hard to try. When all the good times are gone, when all that was right has gone wrong, you don't have to go on anymore. Looking back, I can see clearly now. What we had wasn't working somehow. What goes up must come down, and everything comes around. When all the good times are gone, when all that was right has gone wrong, you don't have to go on anymore. All the little things add up to more. Looking back at everything that happened before, it's too much to ignore. It was wrong, now I'm sure. When all the good times are gone, when all that was right has gone wrong, you don't have to go on. You don't have to sing that same old song. When all the good times are gone, when all that was right has gone wrong, you don't have to go on anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. That's a great song, John.
Oh, thanks.
What's it called again? All the Little Things.
All the little things, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Has that one been recorded?
No, just the basics.
Okay.
Yeah, I started it, and we'll try to finish it before.
So that's one we might hear down the road a little bit,
Yeah,
huh?
maybe spring or summer or something, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. And fantastic stuff, John. I'm so looking forward to the show tomorrow night. And this is a great record that you guys just put together. So
thanks.
So thanks again for sharing it with us. We've had John Galbraith in the studio with us this morning. I sure appreciate you coming down, John.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin. Once again, the album release party for Throw It Away, the John Galbraith Trio, is tomorrow night at Cafe Berlin. And the doors open at 8 o'clock. Music probably around 9 or so, something like that. And you can also see St. Gnome and Ray Fitzgerald, both fantastic projects as well that'll be opening up for John and the band. So really great stuff. Looking forward to that, John. Once again, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. All right, stick around, everybody. We'll be on the air here for another 10 minutes, and we'll play one more piece from the JG3 in just a few minutes here on the way out. But I would like to mention that next week we will have the wonderful Tony Lockvin with us. Tony has some recorded material that he really hasn't done or shared with anybody else It's not stuff that he's done with the Daves, and it's just sort of some personal stuff that he's recorded. And I really haven't even listened to it yet. I just found it in my mailbox. So we're going to play some of Tony's music and talk to him about his background and all that stuff. He's an interesting guy and a really talented saxophone player, huh, John?
Yeah. He plays flute and stuff. He probably plays a bunch of stuff.
Probably any kind of those kind of guys. They pick up a wind instrument. It's kind of like you with a string instrument. Do you ever play like dobro or mandolin or banjo or anything like that? Or
yeah, I play mandolin and banjo a little bit, but very poorly. But I can work out what I want to play on the recording, but I wouldn't want to go and jam with somebody.
I see. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you, you're a hell of a guitar player, John. I've loved your guitar playing for years, and I sure like to watch you play. So, all right, everybody, that's John Galbraith, and once again, tomorrow night you can check them out at Cafe Berlin. All right, next week, like I said, Tony Lotvin will be with me, and we'll have some music and some conversation with Tony. Let's see who else we have online. I'm still hoping to get the Flood Brothers down here at some point. It's tough to get everybody in line for that. Ray Fitzgerald, as we were just sort of talking about Ray, but she'll be down here with me sometime in the next month or two. We've got Austin Jones and the Boot Heel Boys. They'll be here in the next few weeks. The Hoot and Howlers will be here on the 21st of December. They're releasing a live record that I think was recorded at the Blue Note. I think that's the one that Chelsea and the Tiny Attic people recorded a bunch of stuff maybe a couple months ago. So anyway, Hoot and Hollers will have a live record coming out at the end of the year, and that's on the 21st of December. We'll have them here in the studio with us. And, who knows? We'll get the Daves back in here and anybody else who might like to swing by one of these Friday mornings, okay? All right, it's Mike, and you've been listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia. If you want to get a hold of me, and, I'm totally open to people if they'd like to share their music, or if you want to if you have an idea for somebody maybe who hasn't been on the program that you'd like to introduce me to or something like that, you're more than welcome to send me an email. It's Mike Hagan at MikeHagan.com, and that's Hagan. So Mike Hagan at MikeHagan.com. I also have a website at MikeHagan.com, and you can go there, and it's real easy to contact me through the website. I'd appreciate it if you do. I'm always interested to hear what other people are listening to out there, and there's a lot of stuff going on these days that you can't hear everything, and I miss a lot of stuff out there. I don't have the musical brain like Kevin Walsh does, so I need people to help me out. So if you've got anything that you like and you want to share with me, go ahead and do that on the web or send me an email, okay? All right, coming up in just about 6 minutes, we have Speaking of the Arts with the lovely Diana Moxon. She will be talking to a number of people today about wonderful artistic expression and projects that are happening around the mid-Missouri area here, primarily in Columbia. And I'll be sticking around for that program as well. And in the meantime, I'm going to play one more from the John Galbraith the John Galbraith Trio. Let's see, this is the title track of their new record. It's called Throw It Away. And once again, you can find information about John and his band on the web. Of course, just go out there and start searching for John Galbraith. It's Galbraith. He's got a number of different projects. You can find him on Bandcamp, of course, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff, okay? Anyway, this last one, the John Galbraith Trio, this is Throw It Away. It's the title track from their new record. You're listening to it here on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We'll talk to you all next week.
Let's